So before we get started, I just wanted to do a quick little shout out to some of my favorite vloggers. There's so many that I love, but I just want to say thanks, Mom, for such an amazing video this week and for being so supportive of me and all of your children, and that means so much to me. I want to give a shout out to Raina Lynn because she always makes me smile, and I loved her video about the lighting because I struggle with lighting issues. I mean, I have a mirror behind this couch and I have a picture here right now because a painting I put there because I don't want the reflection, and I live in a dark apartment and I just need to order some light. So thank you, Raina Lynn, for that. I want to thank Arlene Wow 50 because she is so right about eating and health and overeating and in addiction to food. I'm guilty of overeating once in a while and eating things that aren't good for me, and so that was really important. Excellent news. And another shout out I'm gonna do is for Palm Springs Cindy because everybody loves high school reunions, and hers looked like she was gonna have a really good time. Can't wait to hear about her what she decided to wear. I love yellow. Yellow's the color of just happiness and just what a great color to wear to a reunion. If you can pull it off, I love yellow too, because then all your friends can find you and talk about old times, and really, I love yellow. I hope she wore the yellow dress. Sometimes we wear things that we feel comfortable in, and I understand that because you feel when you wear something that you feel beautiful in, your mood and how you feel and your whole confidence level goes up. But sometimes I think that we look prettier than we maybe think we do, and we internally give ourselves some kind of dialogue about how, oh, I shouldn't wear that and I don't feel comfortable. But she couldn't have went wrong either way. I hope she had a great time, and let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Brett Thompson from Boss Life Beauty, and today I'm going to talk to you about some of my favorite makeup finds for spring. As you know, I downsized and I don't spend a ton of money on makeup and beauty products anymore, and I actually am really getting into learning to make a lot of homemade, all natural things for my face and my body on my own. But I did find some great drugstore makeup finds. I spent like 2 hours in CVS on Memorial Day weekend. I had been flying, and I know my mom, I'm giving a shout out to her. How you doing, Mom? She said that she was telling you the story about how I went to Honolulu and all that, and I was exhausted. So it was this gorgeous day here in Chicago, and what does any normal girl do on a gorgeous day? Well, spend 2 hours in the CVS beauty department. Okay, but I had a great time. I love to shop. I'm going to tell you that if I had $1 million, and it's not about accumulating stuff, it's just about the aesthetic experience of looking at products, reading the ingredients, finding those few keys products that you really love. I'm notorious for going to a clothing store and trying on like 500 things and walking out with 2. So, but it's the experience, it's the aesthetic, creative experience of shopping that I love, not the buying and spending of money and accumulating of stuff, because that I'm not really for. But the great thing about drugstore makeup is you can afford to buy maybe a couple more things because it's a lot less expensive. And so I no longer really buy high-end cosmetics. I buy a lot of things from Avon. I sell Avon. I love Avon, but I buy other products from other companies too because, hey, I'm a girl who loves beauty, and really, can anyone ever just be satisfied with one makeup line? Nah, not happening. So I did find some really great things that are new to me that I really love. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is this RX concealer. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this RX concealer by Physicians Formula. And this concealer reminds me of the Dermablend concealer. It goes on the same way. It's thick but not sticky and covers really well. And so I decided, because I have really bad under eye circles that are hereditary, and I don't like to cake too much makeup on them because then it just makes them worse. But I found this great formula. So I bought this RX concealer in light, and I could have went with the medium. Here's what the light looks like. It is light. If you are medium complexion, I would go with the medium, but they didn't have it. This is all they had. They had sold out. And then I purchased this Dream Matte Mousse Foundation, And I got it in a color that looks like it would be good on my skin, called number 2 Pure Beige. And I am probably one shade lighter than this. But what was amazing, or what is amazing, is so I put on this concealer under my eyes, around my nose, on the little, I have a little bit of psoriasis here on my forehead, and I put this on and rub it in, and you can see it's really light. It's almost a little lighter than my skin, but it stays all day because I did this and wore it for my last trip. So I went 24 hours. I'm gonna tell you, when I got home, people on the crew bus, I hadn't slept, I had worked all night, and people on the crew bus were saying to me, gosh, you look great. I can't believe you worked all night. My blush was on, everything stayed. So then I take this whipped Mousse foundation in this natural beige. So then I take the whipped Pure Beige Mousse foundation, and this stuff's as light as air, whipped like butter, and I put that and blended it in over the concealer. So what happens after I do that is, if the concealer is just a tad too light, it makes it the same color as my skin. And I'm loving this foundation, and I love it in this color because it blends so easily. You can't tell, there's no demarcation line, but it actually gives my pale skin a little springtime, summertime boost. You know how sometimes in the summer we wear a shade darker foundation? Because you don't want to cake your face when you're older with tons of shimmery bronzer, because all it does is highlight wrinkles and pores. I hate really frosty bronzer. I don't like that. But I'm loving this because it goes on matte and it kind of gives you a little glow. But I do have a highlighter and a bronzer that I'm going to be talking about as we go along. So these I got for summer, and I'll use all of these. I love them both, lasted all day, all night, and I'm a real good tester for wearing makeup for long periods of time because of my job. Another thing that I got, and I'm loving this too, and this is a new product from Revlon, and it is Revlon Lip Balm Sugar Scrub. And so when you know, I have a terrible problem with having really dry lips because I fly. So my lips are always dry. And so when you put on lip gloss or lipstick when your lips are dry, it just looks terrible. So this is really great. And I love it because it's not in a pot. I've seen the lip scrub in the pot, but who wants to do that and touch it with your fingers? Then this is in a stick. I love it. I don't want to do it now. I'll do it on my hand because I already did it. But it really, there's sugar in there and it's moisturizing. You actually could just leave it on. What I did is I put it on my lips at night and then again during the day. Or anytime my lipstick comes off, and I'll take this out and I'll rub it all over my lips. I'll rub it all in. And then when you wipe it away, the sugar almost dissolves into your lips. The sugar almost dissolves into your lips, so you really don't even need to wipe it away. I just love this. It's very moisturizing. This is from Revlon. And another thing that I got was this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, which is a People Magazine, I guess 3 year in a row award winner. And what I love about it is, now I got this in light bronze. Look at this color for a blonde. It's so great because it's not shimmery. It's just, and it goes on just how it says, butter bronzer. And it comes with this really interesting little sponge. And so you think to yourself, why wouldn't you put it on with a brush? But I actually like the way this goes on. You just put the sponge applicator on the brush. Now I'm gonna have too much makeup on after I put this on because I already did but you could see it just blends in. I love it. I even used it in the crease of my eye. It's awesome. And then what I do is, you know, those of you who know and have been watching my channel, you know I love that Clinique gel blush. So I put the Clinique gel blush, or you could use Benetint, because there's something about red rosy cheeks and bronzer that really gives you that bronze beachy glow. And I used to live near the beach. I'd go to the beach, I'd get tan, I'd get sunburn, and that's the key right there. Whenever you get a little sun on your face, think about when you were growing up, you always had a little bit of a sunburn underneath, or it was a little red. So I think the key to make bronzer look natural is to go over your bronzer with either a very pale pink blush, or use a gel blush underneath like Benetint or the Clinique Gel Blush. And I love this blush from Avon. I will put a link below. This is Avon Classic Luminous Blush in Aura. It's usually always sold out because it looks plain Jane pink in the container. But I'm gonna tell you, this blush, look how gorgeous this blush is. Look at that. It looks like a natural, it gives you this natural aura glow. It's, I mean, I had to wait. I bought it and had to wait like 3 months for it to come in. I think people who love it must buy like 10 at a time, but it's called Aura, and I know that it was in stock last time I looked, and I will put a link to that below. So if you don't have the gel blush and you have a pink blush at home, after you put on your bronzer, I would put on a little bit of pink blush just on the apples of your cheeks, or use the Benetint or the Clinique Gel Blush underneath. Another thing that I got is this Physicians Formula Butter Shine Highlighter, and this one's in champagne, and it's almost a little gold. And I'm gonna take off my glasses for this, and if I look like I have too much makeup on, that's because I was putting makeup on makeup just now. All right, now this is the Butter Shine, and this is in champagne. And I just put this around my eyes and then blend it down. Maybe put a little on the bow of my lip, and then put this stuff as it goes on. You know, like the concealer that you buy that is cream to powder? This kind of goes on the same way. And they had a rose gold, and then they had this pretty champagne, and then they had one that was almost white, but that was too white for me. I wanted my cheeks, and I want my skin to look luminous. I don't pull it down onto my cheeks. I try to keep it just around my temples and a little bit on the top of my cheeks under my eye. And then the last thing that I got that I really love was this Vivid Matte Liquid. And I have used this before. For those of you who didn't see one of the first videos I ever did, I followed a famous YouTuber and I did a makeover buying the same product she bought, and she's like 30 years younger, and I loved the look and I loved all of the products. Her name is Meg O on the Go. I think that's her channel. You can find that video. Matter of fact, I'll link it up above if you're interested in watching it. But I use a really bright pink in that video, but I love this Vivid Matte color. So this one is nice flush, and I love it. It's a great everyday color. Dream Matte Mousse foundation in medium, and I love it because it's not too matte, and what I love most about it, it's not thick and heavy because I'm not a big huge lover of foundation. The Concealer RX by Physicians Formula in light or medium. The Physicians Formula Butter Shine Highlighter. The Butter Bronzer, and this one's an award winner, People Magazine award winner. And the Vivid Matte Lip Balm from Maybelline. And then from Revlon, the Revlon Kiss Lip Exfoliating Lip Balm. But the last and most important favorite thing that I got this week that I am gonna say you have to go out and get it. And I'm not a fan of this company's mascara, but this one was on a stand and it had like a lot of hype from all the major publications. You probably have one of those marketing promo stands in your local drugstore, but this Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara from Revlon. This Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara is so awesome. Oh my gosh. I am so in love with this mascara that the only other mascara, you know, that I use that I love is my Clinique Lash Power, which is a tubing mascara. This is not a tubing mascara, but this was $7.99, I think, with a promotion. This is the brush. Can you see that? It goes on so amazing. My lashes are thick. I don't know if you could see, but my lashes are thick and they're long. I love it because I need length and thickness. I'm blonde and I'm fair, and this mascara delivers. It wasn't under my eyes. It didn't flake. I sometimes hate some of these new lash boosting mascara and the fibers because they end up getting all over your eyes. So this is Amazing Mascara, and if any of you get a lot of women's magazines, I'm sure that there are tons of articles because it's been, I mean, you should see the hype, like Elle, Cosmo, you know, 5 stars, 5 stars. So I'm loving this. I lucked out at CVS because I got a buy one, get one 50% off, plus I got about $20 in coupons. Can't go wrong with those deals, and then you get a ton of coupons afterwards. So I got Luminous, Lash Paradise, and Revlon Kiss, so that was a buy one get one. I got buy one get one half off with the matte lip balm and the Mousse, the Dream Mousse matte foundation. And I got a buy one get one with the butter bronzer and the highlighter. And then I just bought this without a buy one get one because I didn't need anything else, and no use to buy something if you're not going to use it. So I ended up just getting this standalone. So those are the products I'm obsessed with this week. I'm also going to put a link below to this beautiful Aura blush by Avon, which is just so gorgeous. Hey everyone. So another thing I just wanted to share with you besides that makeup is I wanted to share that since my hair's growing, I need a haircut, and I've been trying to avoid going because I just want to, not only do I not want to spend the money right now, but my hair is kind of at that length where if I don't let it grow a little longer, summer's here and the humidity, it's going to start poofing out, and I really don't want to blow dry it all the time. I feel like I'm kind of a slave to the blow dryer lately. So I really want to get some length on it so I can let it dry curly. And because I've grown it out before, I kind of know where I'm going with it, and I know the process. The first time you have a pixie and grow out your hair, it is so frustrating. But the second or third time you do it, you kind of understand the different levels that your hair goes through and the changes, and so you find ways to work with it. And I was watching the Housewives of New York. No. I was watching the Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion the other day on Bravo. It was a rerun, and one of the girls had all these beautiful little bobby pins in her hair like this with rhinestones on them. Now hers were a little bigger and her hair was a little longer, but she was, it looked cute, and I thought, wow, what a great way to kind of keep your hair looking good while you're growing it out. And I wanted to also share with you my little angel earrings. A passenger gave these to me. She wanted to thank me for giving her such a great flight and taking such good care of her. So she hand makes these. They're sterling silver. Are they so pretty? I was so honored. She was really great. Thank you so much, passenger, for my beautiful earrings. Hey, that's such a small gesture can really mean so much to somebody. Just wanted to give you one other quick tip. I'm always cutting myself. I'm very klutzy, and my fingers are always getting beat up at work, and so I wanted to just share this with you because a girlfriend of mine stayed over and noticed this in my bathroom, and she goes, oh my God, Brett, that is such a good idea. And it's so simple, but in both of my bathrooms I have a little mason jar, and in that mason jar I have a tube of antibiotic cream, and I have some alcohol towelettes, and I have some Band-Aids, and usually it's fuller. There's not as many Band-Aids in here as normal, and I just keep this so when you open the bathroom cabinet, it's just sitting right there, because if you ever cut yourself in the kitchen, or if you have a hangnail, or my cuticles get dry and rip and then I don't want to chew on them, so I'll put a Band-Aid on it. This is just a really simple and easy way to like open your bathroom cabinet, and you've got everything there. You've got the alcohol, you've got the Band-Aid, and you're not searching like, oh, where's the alcohol, where's the cotton ball? You know, it's just one of my little organizational tips. So just wanted to share. Thanks for joining me this week. Please subscribe, and I look forward to our next visit. Thanks so much and have a great week.